Hello, I'm Alexandra Loewe from the ADHD Centre, and I want to give you a few tips for keeping an even keel in these times of lockdown. We don't know how long it's going to last, and so the most important thing is to believe that it'll come to an end, that this too will pass. But we're living in the present moment, and we want to find tools and strategies to cope with the now. So keeping in the present, what's actually happening now. Trying to avoid catastrophizing, trying to avoid exaggeration, which if you have a member of the family or you yourself are ADHD, tends to be a habit to say, I can't cope, this will never change, I'll never be able to do this. Just look at now, look at today. And then look outside, look at the things that have been happening, look at the transformations that have happened. Look at the extraordinary Thankful Thursdays where we've been clapping for the NHS. Look at the unsung heroes of all those key workers that have been keeping this country going. Appreciate what has been done. Appreciate the extraordinary things that are happening outside. And that just puts the perspective in a wider lens. And we're not just stuck at home. Yes, we're at home, but there's a lot of things going on around us. So the first thing to do with your child with ADHD is to reassure them that we're okay, we're safe, we're here, we're just going to manage for today. And that's really, really important. And then, we can't do what we're not good at. So the tip is do well. Do what you do well. Do it well. It could be the gardening, it could be the cleaning. If you're working from home, it could be just organizing that business meeting, doing that budget. But if you're not a school teacher, you're not going to do that well. But what you can do well is you can create an environment, you can set things up so that your child or several children have got their own workspace. You can discipline them with encouragement, with positive goals to aim for. That's what you do well. That's what's going to support your family in this time. And, talking of time, that's the other tip. We've still only got 24 hours in the day. So we have to measure our time. We have to plan our time and plan to do less. Do it well, but plan to do less. So the key thing here is we can't multitask. No matter what they say, we cannot multitask. We can only switch from one task to another. If you have ADHD, you are supporting a child with ADHD, it's really important that they do one task, put it away, and do another task. Put that away, do the third task. Put that away, go back to the first task. Do one thing at a time. Attention span will be reduced where there's stress or where there's discomfort or where there's lots of change. But try and insist that and we have to show by example, we do one thing at a time and not four things. You're on the phone, you're trying to do the cooking and you're giving instructions and you're listening to some radio program or a podcast. Try and do one thing at a time. And that enables the brain just to rest in the activity that we're doing. And finally, talking of energy, measure your energy. There's the olden days, we had these adverts for Mars, work, rest and play. That's going to be really important now. There's a time to work, there's a time to play, and there's a time to rest. And not just a time for work and play and rest, but a place, a space, an area. Even if you're alone in your flat, just try and manage your space just as you manage your time in chunks and in areas and various areas. So if we keep calm with these tips, doing what we do well, appreciating the good things that are out there, doing setting the environment, if you're on your own or with other people, with your children, setting the environment so that it's optimum, then we're doing extraordinarily well. Sheryl Sandberg says in option B, which is an extraordinary book on resilience, rather than counting our blessings, let's count our contributions. What can I do today? A smile, a small detail of service, just putting some flowers maybe from the garden, small things that I can contribute to people's feeling calmer and to their well-being. And it makes us feel good as well. So that balance and doing the things that we know that we can do, that's what's going to keep us on an even keel.